Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Camp Out for Community. Remember, guys, today and today only is your great opportunity to take advantage of this beautiful Western Pennsylvania early fall, in my opinion, weather. 10% off of all purchases today, all three stores. Go directly to Salvation Army Food Pantries to help food insecurity, Western Pennsylvania, Butler, and Armstrong counties. And as a sweetener, you, the customer, will get $5 off 25 or more just by using your rewards today, digital coupons. So take advantage of the savings. Take advantage of the amazing, massive produce sale. I mean, it's bananas, 48 cents a pound. But we are with
bananas.
A guest that has been a guest since day one of Camp Out for Community. We pointed out earlier, one of only two guests that have been a part of every single Camp Out.
Marianne Valisak might have been a third.
Maybe a third.
I think she's been in every one.
So three.
Who's the other, like, one of two?
Jeff Millay.
Jeff Millay.
From Pennsylvania.
Boy, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
And
Hey.
Ian's been helping us, and he's great community partner, president of Sempre Gratus.
Here we
Ian
go.
Coyle's with us again, everyone.
Good to be here.
The legend.
Appreciate it.
Legend.
Not legend. Stop that.
Legend.
We were literally
Hardly.
talking about Ian and I in the parking lot here. Ran into three people, and they're all like, "Oh my God, it's Ian!"
No, he's a local
Like,
celebrity.
Literally, this one lady jumped over two cars to come give him a hug.
When he played high school football, they created a whole section that people don't even sit there anymore, I don't
That's
think.
because my family's so big it takes up half the town, okay? It wasn't because I had any type of fan base. They were like, they were required to be those people.
They were, but to be fair, I was a fan. I was rooting for you. You were like the Rocky of
I don't know
high school
about
football,
that.
man.
No.
And you were like, also what's kind of cool is you had different groups. You're part of like the athlete group. You're part of the video gaming. We were talking about video gaming. We're gonna tie it right now. Grand Theft Auto is coming out.
Yep.
Did you
Shameless plug.
Did you hear the amount they invested into making that game?
Billion, right? With a
$2
Yeah,
billion.
imagine that. So, but imagine the return that it's going to be. Based
Oh,
on
no,
this,
they're gonna make
this
10 billion.
10+ year wait that we've been waiting for here on this.
Right. But
What an investment! I just want 10%.
I'll take a half.
Half of
half.
1%.
Yeah. No, but back in the day, guys, when we used to play Halo 2,
Oh God.
Halo 2, we literally had to grab our big tube televisions and throw it in the back of a tiny car. Everybody had Celicas and Cavaliers and these tiny cars.
I forgot the word Celica existed.
Right,
Until
see?
now.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
So we had,
Absolutely.
That was a good throw.
Then you had to bring your Xbox and then 4 controllers, and literally there'd be 4 TVs with landlines, or basically Cat 4s or 5s at the time, connected, and you'd all play on TVs on Teams
Before the interwebs.
before the interwebs. And I remember
amazing.
one game of Capture the Flag lasted 6 hours.
Wait, what?
6 hours.
Listen, phenomenal memories. Large crock pots of hot dogs and tons of Mountain Dew being consumed. But anyway, I mean, like, those were the days, right? We'd
Karen.
be playing until like 5 in the morning.
Oh my, it was amazing. And then the worst part about it, I remember the one time, it was when we were a little older, so we had some beverages. And,
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I literally, mom pulls in the driveway, and I went to bed at like 7. She pulls in the driveway today. She's like, "You have SATs today?"
What?
Yeah. She picked me up, took me SATs, walked in there, and like, what was this like a normal, like a good score back then? It was like 1,300.
12 plus was decent,
Yeah,
right?
1,200.
Yeah, 11.5. Hammered.
I wasn't there for that night. I didn't partake.
Oh, it was great.
Taking an SAT with a buzz or a hangover.
No, it
or
wasn't even a buzz.
quasi-
I was still partying. I was like,
that'd be brutal.
It was.
That is not fun.
I got pulled in
Oh,
off the bench.
that's impressive.
But we sidetracked. I just
Hey,
went.
whatever. I mean, good. It fared well for you, I would say.
Yeah, you know.
You were calm. You were cool. You were
We
collected.
nailed it. Yeah. So yeah, what's going on? I mean, obviously you have a lot going on, and every year Sempre Gratus gets bigger and bigger and bigger. More activities, bigger projects. What's going on currently with the program?
Man, that's a lot. It's a loaded question. Let me take it from the top. So currently, last weekend we just broke ground for a single-story home addition for our patient family from this year, which the little girl, her name is Cora. Their family lives in Verona. We got 19 partners involved so far. You know, probably estimated work worth of about $100,000. Wow. that's going on. I mean, the goal is always to get that fully donated. So we're working with a lot of local partners here, especially rooted in Leechburg, like Matu Construction and Boulder Landscape Supply and Excavation, AV Electrical, or some of the named partners, other ones kind of periphery of Leechburg. But all that to say, sensory-friendly space on a 100-year-old home to make it very comforting and sense of freedom within their own home to enhance this family's life. So demo was last Saturday. We got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's been since March to get us to this point. So there's been a lot of, I would say that this is the first time that I got humbled that there's a lot more hoops to jump through, that you can't just walk outside and obviously do a home edition. I knew that, but all the local politics involved in the process would not have guessed that. So I've been heavily involved with Verona Borough, Allegheny County, Riverview School District, making sure I'm doing right by the family. I think documentation is important and making sure that I'm trying to do right by everybody, especially the family. So it's consumed a lot of time. And right now I just feel like I'm a master puppeteer of all of these partners trying to pull all of this work together, focus on their area of expertise, and pull off this amazing transformation for this family. So that's been consuming a lot of the time right now. And in conjunction with that, we're just gearing up to plan for our Sempre Giving event, which is coming up in November. We pack meal boxes for single moms who are victims of abuse. We're trying to grow that event. There's a lot of interest from some new partners. I think there's a lot of price compression happening right now across the region. So, giving dollars aren't so giving as they once were in recent years. So we're trying to make the best of what we got in terms of that, just to repeat the success that we've always had. So we'll at least do that. But the longer term vision is to take that event down to PPG Paints Arena, and I've started having conversation with like the Penguins on trying to pull that off. So future goals, we'll say.
Well, interesting thing you said about, I know it wasn't called Friendsgiving, but do you guys realize that like over 30% of people celebrate Friendsgiving now?
I mean, I kind of got started with it. Brand and her friends started doing it, and I was just like, and then, but no, it's huge. But didn't it start with Friends, right? The show Friends. Didn't it kind of come from them having Thanksgiving together?
Are you making things up again?
Yeah, I think I'm making things up again.
I think they did, man.
That's way before my time.
Friends.
This is very visceral of you.
You know what? I'm feeling
I knew I was going to work it in. We came up with a code word today, and that was visceral, and we made a challenge to each other of trying to find a way to work it in.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good. Very good. Yeah. No, but I think it was. I mean,
smooth.
You know what? Somebody comment if you know or don't know where Friendsgiving came from. But Friends, the show, was the first show I ever knew of where just friends, not their family, had Thanksgiving together every single year. And so, and everybody now that's doing all this Friendsgiving stuff, big Friends fans. So I'm
Friends
or
Seinfeld? What's the debate here? Friends or Seinfeld? I go Seinfeld.
I mean, I think it's a draw. I do, and I know that's not a cool answer, but like,
way to be political about this right now.
I do think it's a draw, but personally, if I have to choose, if you tell me I'm going to stroke out here in about 45 minutes and I get to watch one last show, I'm going to watch Seinfeld.
Why?
I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. I just think it's funny, and I think it's so. Let's face it, we all deal with a lot of people, a lot of different walks of life every single day, and I think it's just representative. Jerry's world. I feel like I'm Jerry Seinfeld a lot.
It's timeless. It's still relatable, even in the age of technology. The jokes still land, and Kramer's still one of my favorite characters.
I mean, everybody knows Kramer. Everybody
watch his last bit.
What we're talking about, like,
Microphone.
you get on TV.
Yeah, you're good.
That's why you get on TV and turn the channels on, and there's an older show like Friends or Steinfeld.
Right.
So about a month ago, I'm there and it was late at night and the Western movies all were done. And so here's this Seinfeld, and I can't remember which one episode it was.
Yeah.
But it was so, I forgot how funny they are.
See?
and I was there, and I watched that one, and then I watched that one, and then I watched the next one because now you can, what do they call that?
Next thing you know,
Binge watch.
Yeah. So we're there, and I thought to myself, man, I said, I was going to tell Brenda and Laura that we're going to have to watch that together because it's funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And
years
you guys
later, it
are
comes
here.
back. It's still relevant.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jerry, he was in Pittsburgh like a while ago, not a long time ago, but he was, I forget where they downtown there somewhere.
Okay.
But but there's a lot of funny stuff out there if you want to dig around.
Oh yeah.
He's on that. We were talking about this HBO special about American history. You know, about the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Okay.
It was so funny. Basically, it's like the cameras back then, and one guy's there, and who was the guy that wrote Seinfeld? He has his own show.
Larry
like
David.
Larry David's there, and his wife's there, and she's like, "Wait, Lois, let me. You're telling me the president wants you to go fishing with your buddy Clark for like 2 months?" And he's like, "It's survival fishing. It's survival fishing. The president told us I don't want to go, but we're going to go out west."
We're gonna meet some people.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it was so funny. I mean, it's funny how people back then got away with. I mean, if I told Lindsay that the president wants me to go on a 2-month journey with my buddies,
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be like, "No."
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, that would not
You
happen,
got
man.
responsibilities.
And if we did sign up for that, there better be some zeros involved. There better be a financial. We're not just going to be able to say to the wives, "Oh yeah, this is just for fun." No. It has to be a serious situation.
And by having a federale budget, it's going to be fun.
Speaking of fun, little plug for ahead. Ian has agreed to be on the Checked Out podcast, so we're gonna have Ian up on the Checked Out podcast.
I gotta span all forms of media here for Spring.
Man, you do, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have him. He's gonna be right there. He's gonna give you everything. We always talk about Sempre Gratus, but we're gonna go into the weeds, details, fun stories from the past, everything like that. But one thing I want to say, Ian, you do Sempre Gratus, and that's very special and definitely huge for all of Western Pennsylvania. You affect families in a way that you can't replicate how you've affected these families, like building a house. I mean, that's wild. Building a house is awesome, but all the different ways that you've affected these families. But the thing is, I want to talk about Ian, not Sempre Gratus. Like, explain to people, I don't even know if I know what you do. What do you do? What's Ian Coyle's job? I've known you now forever.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
I do things. I'm a doer of things, and it's a lot of things, and I'm able to pay my bills.
Well, that's good.
No, I lead business development for a data and analytics consulting company called Data Ideology. We're like a 70-person consultancy and span the region of Pittsburgh and beyond, and try to fix companies' problems with data. Marry that with new technology, and it's a lot of nerdy stuff that I'm not going to bore anybody to discuss, unless you guys need a data warehouse built.
Well, I have a question. So you're the guy behind all these data centers.
No. Completely different.
So you're the reason my water's contaminated.
Yeah, water's contaminated, electric bills going up. No, I have nothing to do with any
Wait
of
a
that
minute.
stuff.
What else do you do, Ian? Let me guess. Waterboarding?
Kind of use like very bad analogies of like everybody can relate to Excel spreadsheets, the Microsoft Excel spreadsheets, right? So this is like a very layman's terms in the simplest forms. It's like you have your spreadsheet and I have my spreadsheet and Doug's got his. We all have the same information, but one row or one column is different. But if ours combined all of a sudden would reveal something about the business that we didn't know before, and then next thing you know, you're driving insights into your own business, and you're like, wait a minute, I can make better decisions, more informed decisions because of that. And now you know what? We're making more money. We're more profitable, but we're more efficient. Now, again, we're using Microsoft Excel as like an example here, but there's all these like sophisticated technologies, and you can buy newer technologies to put them on top of it and make them all talk together and play nice in the sandbox and all that stuff. So you get the data right, you cleanse the data, you get good data quality, you make better informed decisions, and then you can put analytics on top of that. So now you can like look at your pretty bars and graphs and say, you know what, I can hand out these executive overseeing sheets of analytics with pretty pictures to other board members and senior level executives about the health of the business. Then we can make more informed decisions because of that.
So you create synergy among the data points, which aligns the company's values.
You're not allowed to use
and then between aligning the
corporate
values,
speak right now, okay?
you guys together elevate the business.
Doug's learning a lot through the podcast.
I've checked out as soon as you said synergies. We can't say these.
Ian, don't think it's a weird way. I wanted to take you to the tender edge of that issue and not past
I'm
it.
out right now. The terminology that we're choosing, the synergies between the terms that you're picking right now is freaking me out.
Well, Ron and I, every podcast, talk about a corporate word and we just shellac the shit out of it.
Funny.
It's very visceral of you again.
And then we
I'm feeling visceral when I come up with them. To be honest.
we try to lean into every segment. Just really lean into it. And so
I'm going to circle back and say I'm shutting this down. Yeah.
Ian's like,
We're shutting it down.
for a second there, I just switched. Like, man, I'm back in the boardroom, and these guys just drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Ian. So now that we know what you do,
Well, that's the day job, and then Semper, and then I have the wedding entertainment business too. So there's that, and I have a consulting company.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so like I'm doing the math here.
Yeah.
Because Doug and I now have 2 jobs, and I know what it takes to get 2 jobs done. So let's just back.
I don't have a family, and I don't sleep.
Okay, but let's backtrack. Okay, without a family and sleeping even, let's take normal Tuesday, Ian, starting at 5 a.m. or whenever, starting at beginning to end. Let's go rapid fire through it. Elevator pitch of your day.
I'd say a good summary of my day is wake up 4:35 a.m., gym for an hour and 15 minutes, shower, home.
We talked about this.
Back online. I run through my day up until lunch with data ideology. Lunchtime, check in on some other stuff. Back in action until 5, and then usually 5 until like 9 or 10 at night is back on the Semper train or wedding train or whatever is like in the purview at the time of hottest priority. It's constant shape shifting you have to be a master of micromanaging your time. So it's all about discipline and then finding ways to execute efficiently.
Have you allotted time yet for the new GTA?
0. But I'm hoping to take off the entire month. When's it come out again?
November.
I was going to say November. Yeah. Take off the entire month of November when that does come out, and I'll check out for the next year.
So you just walked me through. Okay, so pretty much 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. is
Usually
spoken for.
Yeah. Usually.
So, you got a girlfriend.
Yep.
Okay,
Dedicate time to that too.
Where does that? How do you fit that in? I mean, there's not too many places in West PA that are open at 10:45 for dinner. I mean, you got to find a place past 7.
You got to fit in your dinner there and all that stuff. Yeah, most places are closing early these days. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to find Western PA, man. It's tough to find a place that will serve you past like 8 o'clock.
I can just see all of a sudden like this. I just finished a work day, then.
Yeah, how do you fit it in?
I think that you have to be the balance of like time together and time apart. So you have to be with somebody that can appreciate that balance of like, hey, I want my alone time, I want my together time. I respect the hustle and what you do. I mean, frankly, as I get older, I'm trying to do less. I took less weddings this year. That was, a personal decision because my dad just retired. I knew that Semper's starting to scale. I'm burning out a little bit. So let me rest and recoup. And it's been anything but that. Like, I think that I live by this motto that I was taught like in my early 20s of always be lucky, but like luck is created by effort. And so part of his luck on my side is this decision to scale back, recognizing that time was going to get filled in other ways. And the complexity of the Semper projects quickly filled the time that I would be DJing and on Saturdays or Sundays or doing prep work or meeting with clients or like all this other stuff. Like typically I would do 25 to 30 weddings a year. Years ago, I used to do 50 to 60 weddings a year. Now I'm just much more selective with my time.
So do you see yourself continuing on this path, or do you see like a more, migration of all these projects kind of into one as far as the work life, where maybe you can work one 40-hour, 50-hour week job versus having to do all these things?
It's not sustainable long term to try to manage that all. I mean, especially as we age and our energy levels change, right? And I think that much like any business, like the way to success is finding ways to make the money or keep things going as you delegate to elevate. And long term, as I become more informed on the game and the nonprofit space, because I think that I view it as a lot of a game for good, that is finding funding to come and have that full-time employee that can now work to babysit that. And like, I can continue to try to be the idea person. And then like, we just work through execution and we continue to scale that way. And so that's a part of it in its simplest form. And I can't ever, I'm a money motivated person at the end of the day. So like, I can't probably step away from like the corporate world. You can't put money motivated and nonprofit probably in the same sentence. So like, I think that it's my feel good cup is fulfilled in doing the Sempre Gratus stuff. And I still want that 9 to 5 to figure out how to fill the bank account as well. So it's a little bit of everything. DJing is my creative outlet, which is interesting, but it also is lucrative in its own way as well. So it's tough to walk away from that. And the best mistake that I've had in my life, unintended, is the fact that my day job clients become friends. And then next thing you know, their son or daughter, or even themselves, are getting married, and they're like, hey, you said you DJ. And then you come in and you crush it. And they're like, oh, you're way better than what I thought you were. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Yeah, there's been a lot of backhanded compliments. And then they're like, well, what? With the way that you choose professionalism and planning and all that stuff, like, what if you come to our corporate Christmas party? So now, like, I'm in front of a lot of big name corporations, and then they're like, well, how do you want paid? And I'm like, well, don't pay me. Like, donate to the nonprofit. I'm like, wait a minute, what about this nonprofit? Oh, okay, you got a nonprofit. Oh, we like this work. And then, like, next thing you know, like, they're involved in the nonprofit, and it's a way that opens the door there. So, like, there's this interesting perfect storm, unintended. It was not by design, that comes full circle.
My brain went to the Die Hard when you said corporate Christmas party. I can see you in there.
yeah.
All sound like machine gun fire. And he's like,
Why is my shirt off?
Well, that's the best thing. You hear it all the time. Like, people that work hard and look for opportunities, the world kind of puts you where you need to be. It's amazing how that works. And who was it that was famous for saying, it's amazing, the more I'm around, the more I learn, the more I'm in this earth, the harder I work. It's just amazing how the harder I work, the luckier I get. Who was it? That was a famous.
I thought you were going Matthew McConaughey. All right.
No,
keep
but
on getting
true.
older.
Like, and you find your way. Like with Doug and I, we're doing the grocery stores. We're helping Dad. All of a sudden, we try to sell some product off a truck. Video lands. We do more videos. Then, it morphs into, some speaking engagements, some corporate relationships, morphs into Checked Out podcast. And now, it morphed into having this opportunity to help raise money for Salvation Army. But none of it, it's not like Doug and I, when we were like in our 20s or 30s, we just sat down and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We just kept grinding and kept trying things.
I think you have to, right? I mean, like, the older I get, when I was younger, I hate every cliche saying, but every cliche saying applies for a reason. And, living out of your comfort zone, willing to take the shot, willing to make the mistake and then learn from the mistake. I mean, you have to make educated decisions along the way, but you can't be afraid to make mistakes either.
Didn't you quote Dead Poet Society for the warm-up speech at the football game?
I don't know. You have more memories of me playing football than I do.
This man comes with a white neck roll. Literally just like
War paint.
and I'm like, wait, we're playing football, right? I'm like, whatever that guy just said.
You take this knife. You take this knife. And you take this knife.
Whatever that guy just said, that I'm behind him. I'm not sure what we're doing, but it sounds like it's going to get pretty wild.
I envisioned any speech I gave in football to me just being like Last Mohicans, Braveheart.
Oh yeah.
Probably more grunting noises than actual words.
There was a
I
little bit
don't
of
know.
vocalization. I mean, just going for it.
Maybe some pitch
I just remember
changes.
you like that pose society. I'm like, is this Robin Williams up here? Like, what's going on right now?
I mean, that's what it takes. Though. It's a mindset. You got to have that fire up. That was probably your inner drive coming out. Like,
I feel like in
raw.
in my professional
Visceral.
career, whenever, and I've always. It's like a count of four now. In my professional career, though, I feel like I've always judged people by their motor, the intangible like drive that you have. Because I've always worked in companies that you have to have it. You either do or you don't. It's very binary. So if you're motivated, like, cool, how do you apply that? Like, are you able to think outside of the box? Like, cool, your resume can say like a whole lot of things about the things that you did, and AI can write a lot about and fake things that you didn't do. But like, who are you as a person? Like, I think that like the world is shape-shifting right now to get back to the core of a person, and not necessarily a degree, and not necessarily, something that you've touted that you say you did but really didn't do, and all of those things. So.
One thing about, obviously knowing you for a long time now, you've been consistent for a long time. Like, you really haven't changed as far as drive, execution, willingness to work, willingness to go outside your comfort zone, putting who you are out there. I mean, I think that's a big part of it. Being consistent over a long period of time, I think it's a huge advantage over a lot of these people that just change depending on clicks and when the wind blows.
And everybody, in the public eye, it's easy to sit on the sidelines and to think like that it looks easy or whatever, but they're not seeing the 4:30 a.m. wake up. They're not seeing the 11 o'clock bedtimes. They're not seeing the missed family functions. It comes with a ton of sacrifice, I guess, is my point, right? And you guys feel that in your business models. And to wake up and start putting yourself out there on social media when you guys started making videos to promote Sprankles like back in the day, that was a risk, living out of your comfort zone. And then like that took off for you guys and as a brand. And now you got a podcast, you did community camp out, like all that stuff. So you have to be fearless in a way, but fearless with a bit of guardrails on, I think.
And you got to have vision.
Guardrails is important.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, but you got to have vision. You mentioned about, seeking out the relationship with the Penguins. I mean, let's face it, with what you've accomplished and how you've accomplished it, a lot of people are just like, yeah, this is good. I'm just going to keep doing this. But now, like, you got that drive, man. You're just like, let's go bigger. I want bigger.
What better? How cool would it to brag that like you have an event on the center stage in one of like the biggest stages like in Pittsburgh, like PPG Paints. And then I think that you create a bigger platform for other companies like want to come on board of like, holy shit, look what you did and look where you got it to be.
The amount of good it created.
I mean, this will be the first. This is the 5th year for Sempre Giving, and I remember in the first year, I said somehow I'm going to find a way to take us to PPG Paints, and I got laughed at in the room when I gave my pitch to the Pens about doing this. And now I have a finite number from the Penguins on how to get it to PPG Paints, and I just had a meeting 2 weeks ago talking through logistics of what it would mean to take it to PPG Paints. And then I always love to remind people, remember when you told me this has never happened? And now we're talking about it happening? Yeah, joke's on you.
You got
I love
to
it.
and go after it.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's face it, PPG Paints is the Coliseum of Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's one of the top 3 indoor event centers in the state of Pennsylvania.
I mean,
so it'd be the equivalent of some Roman guy being like, you know what, we're gonna try to raise money for my kids' rock club. Where are you having it? Coliseum. Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Coliseum. I mean, it's the equivalent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you
Man.
not
I
entertained?
mean, it's a cool story to share. And again, oftentimes there are days, and you guys have experienced this too in your own business ventures, like you're beating your head against a wall for that first yes.
Oh,
and then,
100%.
And then the first crack happens, and it acts like a fissure, and next thing you know, I'm just trying to blow it open. And so, there is opportunity, and I will say that, like, while I am the face of a brand, like, it is nothing without the people that back me. It's people like Sprankles and your brand that have elevated us, and like you've created this platform where I can share our story, but you've always believed in the vision that I've had, and it's so many other local community members that make it happen, and like that's the fun of it. And I think the fun of it for me is being maybe a visionary, but then manifesting these relationships to say like, hey, we can put our skills and expertise and talents together to do something that's like bigger than all of us individually. So like here we are changing lives in a lot of different ways, and leaving these impressions on people that we can't ever quantifiably speak about. Like that's the coolest thing ever.
Man, that was
I
beautiful.
got deep right there.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And I don't even know what to say right now.
I know what to
Great,
say.
man. I mean, well done. But to partner up with that, I mean, how about, today, we're here right now, and we're going to feed people today,
Yeah. Why? What was the motivation behind why? I mean, obviously, naturally, it's a grocery outlet to want to feed people and stuff. What was the motivation to want to do that and use this as the platform to do it?
Like you said, we're in the food business, and, we service everybody in the community. So we see everybody in the community, and we see people that are in need in the community. And, we started having a relationship with Salvation Army. First, it was just, selling them goods at cost and using it as a host site for some of their events and stuff like that, some of their pickups. And the more we just were around and got to know them, got to see what they dealt with and their struggles and what they needed, we realized the biggest thing that they needed was food.
Yep.
And so when we were deciding a benefactor or beneficiary of this event, it was pretty obvious who that should be.
I mean,
and
play to
they're
your
in all
strength.
3 towns too.
Yeah.
They're in all 3 towns. We wanted something that we could raise money, that it was all going to the community. So it was a natural thing.
Right.
But it's a good question. I'm glad you brought it up because people out there may have never
Trying to
heard
bring
it.
it full circle. Speaking of feeding people too, we got to make a plug for Colt.
Oh yeah.
Man, I went to Little Italy days.
Yeah.
Got a cheesesteak. I don't want to give that young man any credit, but
Legit.
it was legit. Yeah,
It's-
legit.
Thanks for saying that because you eat food all over the place and you know what's good. I mean, I was impressed that.
I was more impressed by his sweatband.
Well, yeah. He gets help from his mom on the recipes. I'm not going to lie. He won't lie about that either.
Well,
but he's the presenter.
He also
he's the
gave
showman.
he also gave credit to Brand with there was like a little toothpick Italian flag
Yep.
in the cheesesteak I got, and I said, "Oh, look at that, man! Great touch." And he said that was my mom's idea.
Yeah, yeah. They have an interesting dynamic. I'll leave it at that. It's an they're very similar personalities.
Yeah.
And
For better or worse.
and sometimes it gets interesting. We'll just say between the two of them.
Let's
I
also-
used to be a moderator. Now I just let it cook, so to
Yeah.
speak. But it creates great things. They work together, and it does create great results.
I feel like Colt, I want 10% because I walked around the rest of that evening there, and I ran into probably like 30 of my friends, and I'm like, you got to like get a cheesesteak. My buddy's son, like over here slanging it. Young entrepreneur, like he's doing his thing. Like you got to respect
Very
the
proud.
hustle.
Very proud.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, I mean, your daughter's doing it too.
Yeah.
She got her clothing thing.
Yeah.
7 stitch. What is it?
Yeah, Lucky 7 stitching.
Lucky said, yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky
I got the original piece of artwork. Now, granted, her original coat was so small I had to buy 3 of them and sew them together to wear it. But I did shadow box it, so I bought the
thanks for
first
the
buyer.
shouts.
Yeah.
The first buyer.
She's
but-
going to be an upcoming guest on the podcast too. Pretty excited about it. But
Yep.
Ian,
she's
so when
learning.
should we have you on the podcast? Because this is like a great warm up for the podcast. When will you have some more information on that the Thanksgiving thing?
Thanksgiving things together.
I'm thinking we should have him, honestly. I'm thinking about this now, like leading into Sempre Gratus.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I
like
mean,
February?
February is probably cool.
Is that a
too.
good
First,
day-
yeah,
time for you?
thanks for
There we go. So
inviting me to join
Matt
that
can
stuff.
Matt can get him on the rotation.
Yeah, I'd say February.
Yeah.
Too. Although, like I will say, every year gets bigger, better, and we only have limited space at the West Leechburg Fire Hall. People are always like, "You got to move the event. You need more space." I'm like, "No, like we're rooted here. Like this is where we started. And it's not moving. Like period, nail in coffin. Like don't hit me with that. You know what I mean? I can't turn my back on the community. That's
Right.
how I feel about it. You know, this year I always had this vision of like being a concert, you know, an artist in a concert selling out in minutes. And this past year was the first time where it sold out in 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, holy crap. And we have 150 people on a waiting list. Like it was insane. So,
You just need to get a big tent.
well, I mean, but a tent in March,
It works.
drop the sides, it's not insulated.
No, you put a heater in it.
Yeah, right. I just don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. It's about raising money. He's got
I wasn't asked about the budget. That's about solutions.
Guys, don't miss out on Sempre Gratus events coming up. Make sure you go to Sempre Gratus on Facebook, right? On your
Sempre,
Facebook
yeah.
page.
Spell it Gratus. Everybody's always an IS.
Yeah.
TUS.
That's interesting.
How about peaches better?
And you know what? Ian always does a good job of connecting us with that, so you'll be able to see it on our page as well as an event because he's gracious enough to share in the event on that. So you'll be able to check it out. Make sure you support Sempre Gratus. Make sure you attend and support all the events that he does. And don't miss him on the cast. He's going to be on that cast upcoming. But Ian, thank you so much for helping us raise money today for
Always,
Salvation Army.
yeah.
Appreciate
Good for
it. It's
a good
always
cause.
fun talking to you,
good
man.
to share a
Thanks for
story.
the
Good to
memories. I had, like-
I could sit here all day.
reciprocity. Yeah. It's natural conversation, natural banter.
Yeah, it's had like 10
It is.
flashbacks to my high school career. It's
Well,
great.
checked out.
Yeah, but
checked
like
out
you always
Zoom
have these
video.
flashbacks where I don't even remember myself as a football player, and I think you remember it better than I do.
Hey, you remember?
I have a really good memory.
Yeah.
You do.
Really good
I mean,
memory.
you
in my mind, you hold all the records.
Nope, that's not
Yeah.
that's not the case.
Oh my God.
He may or may not hold
I
records.
think I said last year.
Yeah.
He held the record for the longest award ceremony in history. Literally, if we were just sat on stage for an hour, it would have been the same thing. They're like,
Yeah.
And the next scholarship goes to.
Hey, hard work
Shocking.
pays off.
The man was. I mean, literally, it was like an hour of
As
Ian.
long as you said it was like you said about me, I'm consistent. Okay?
No, he's been
Yeah.
winning forever. Like
I-
he only wins, and I was like, man, what a legend.
Birds of a feather flock together. Let's win together. How about that?
I didn't get any scholarships.
Well, guys, speaking of win together, make sure you win together with us today. Support Salvation Army Food Pantries. Get in the stores right now. Save 5 off 25. 10% goes back. Thanks for
Thanks,
the support.
guys.
We can't do
Thanks
it.
for
We
having
do
me,
it without you. Come and see us. Woo!